Yeah, I think it's going to be very varied. I mean, the evidence is there. There are already a lot of businesses that have achieved some amazing things. There's some great success stories, and they're very inspiring. And I guess some of those businesses were on varying degrees of that path already. Maybe they had already formulated some of their strategic thinking. Um, you know, I personally, I think there's a bit of a common theme with this sort of thing. I think strategy and leadership and vision will be some of the point of difference as to who manages to pull it off and who doesn't. Of course, there are financial considerations, and it takes investment, and so some of that's just the reality of it. Some businesses won't be as well positioned to maybe invest as much as they need to or want to. But still, the success of the execution, I think, will link all the way back to, how is that being driven from a leadership point of view? What was the strategy? What was the vision? Where were they trying to go? How clear were they on that? How well have they communicated that effectively through the business? How well have they selected the relevant partners and experts to work with them on that? They may or may not have the right skill set within their business, because this is maybe something new or something they hadn't built towards yet, hadn't tooled up for yet in terms of their people equity. And identifying those right partners, especially maybe in a field that you're not that familiar with yet. How do you know whether you're picking the right people to work with? So I think that's actually where a lot of it will will happen or not happen successfully. But yeah, there's probably also, when it comes to the infrastructure that goes with that, I don't think you can just take ecom and pop it on top of something else and go, there you go, cherry on the top, ecom done, and away we go. You're putting it on top of other infrastructure. However good that foundation previously was, I imagine is going to either help or hinder that transformation or that evolution. And, particularly for some of the bigger businesses, yes, sometimes they've got more money than the small businesses. But their infrastructure could be bigger and older. The bigger and older it is, the more expensive and disruptive it is to change, for the business. And I think that's going to be a challenge, I think, for quite a few businesses. But there'll definitely be some that will leapfrog the gap and surprise us all. We will think that they just weren't well positioned for it, and next thing they'll come bursting through with a great result, and that'll be good to see.